vehicles on a runway, fire vehicles, crash vehicles, so forth, is a little more informal. There are some things that they're trained to say back and forth to each other, but I've listened to a lot of these conversations over the years, even at LaGuardia. And it's usually like, just stop, just go, you know, they're not trained to give a command and know how to respond to it. Now, stop, stop, stop. That's pretty clear. But again, that might not have been the right thing for them to do at that point. It might have been gun it. Well, again, the controller is not, he can't tell him to do that either. At that point, he's just hoping that they're not that far on the runway and somehow the Jazz 646 can avoid them. That didn't take place last night. So it's not feasible at this point in the flight, when the airplane's already touched down, to tell the airplane to go around. That's why no instructions were given to the airplane. Why didn't the truck see the plane? Well, again, it's hard to gauge distances and it's hard to gauge relative motion. So if you see lights out in the distance, it could be a large airplane that's a long ways away. It could be a small airplane that's rather close. In this case, it was a small airplane that was rather close. But unless you're trained to look for that, now most commercial pilots, most military pilots are trained to gauge distances based on that sort of thing. It's much more of an art than it is a science. Trust me on that. There's just points where you have to be able to either look out over the ground and see where you think they are, or gauge what size airplane they are. But remember, they haven't been told that this airplane's coming. So it's very likely that nobody looked out at all. That's the problem with the two different frequencies and the poor visibility that was at LaGuardia last night, and the rain, slick,